Hello and welcome to the Pokerbaazi Experience Meet 2024. As the Indian poker industry sees a significant growth, the need to have a platform that is stable, secure and smooth has been our driving factor in making Pokerbaazi superior. Today, we will be talking about the most significant developments that our product has seen. My teammates will be giving you a walkthrough of the new Pokerbaazi user experience and introduce the insightful tool called Poker Shots. I would like to first call upon Avneet to share more on our new game engine and tell you how that has given us a major performance upgrade.
A solid game engine is the backbone of every good gaming platform. We have shipped our platform to our in-house game engine called the Kingmaker, which has boosted the performance of our platform significantly. It has resulted in the optimal rendering of our game assets and animations, which made the platform smoother and more fluid. We have been able to reduce memory consumption by almost half, optimizing the RAM usage from 1.3 GB to roughly 750 megabytes. The Kingmaker allows us to ship cool features at a much faster rate. So when you ask for a cool format or a new innovation on Pokerbaazi, we'll be able to bring it to your devices at a significantly rapid pace. The app has now become extremely lightweight and more stable. We have been able to reduce latency massively with the implementation of the Kingmaker. We've improved our security features to retain your privacy as well. With the introduction of biometric authentication, you can now open the app with a Face ID or a fingerprint scanner. This restricts any bad actors from gaining physical access to your Pokerbaazi profile. Speaking of bad actors, we run machine learning algorithms to match patterns of ingenuine players on the tables and ban them from our platform. In order to make your KYC process more seamless, we've introduced facial recognition KYC in the Wallet tab. This allows us to provide you with an added layer of security by using facial recognition to map the user doing the KYC with the identity card provided during the KYC process. A poker game starts with a bind, so the beginning of your poker journey will be in the cashier section. This is where you can make your deposits and withdraw your winnings. To add money to your wallet, you now have CVV-less transactions as an option. Moving on to withdrawals, we've added UPI as a receivable medium as well. We've also optimized our instant withdrawals. The median time for our instant withdrawals has reduced to an impressive 8 seconds, meaning your winnings now move to your bank account before the world's fastest man finishes a 100-meter sprint. The preferred grind station of our professional poker players is the desktop client. Our recent developments in the Pokerbaazi desktop app were brought upon by tuning carefully crafted variables that impact a user on the desktop. We've decluttered the app massively to allow you easy access to different sections of the app. The desktop client is now more coherent and intuitive, and the experience has seen a major upgrade both visually and from a performance standpoint. The RAM usage has gone down massively, hence making the Pokerbaazi desktop client more stable. We've increased the multitasking capabilities of our desktop client, hence reducing disconnections during multitabling. Due to the lightweight nature of the improved desktop client, you don't have to go out of your way to invest in a brand new setup to enjoy the Pokerbaazi app. Your desktop client will run just fine with your existing hardware. The experience of an online poker game should be closer to that of a live poker game. I'd like to call upon Malika to talk about the Pokerbaazi experience in depth.
Visuals are very important for creating human perceptions. We invest our time in crafting a visual language that speaks to the poker players in a more alluring manner. Our homepage is now more streamlined and easier to grasp with just the relevant information for you to consume. Backed by data, we enhanced our homepage to be more organized and easy to start with. Poker is a game that most of us have learned by consuming poker content. So, to please your need for poker entertainment, we've introduced Poker TV. Poker TV is a one-stop shop content platform where you can watch interesting poker hands, hand reviews, some live poker action, and more poker-related content. We had previously revamped our cashier and removed the concept of real cash bonus or RCBs. This brought in a single currency into the system, making the flow much simpler for you and making it possible to easily convert any bonuses to withdrawable funds. Due to the positive response we received on this new flow, we proceeded to simplify the sections of your My Transactions page, making it a powerful one-stop for any kind of transactions that you do on the product. Moving on, we have refreshed the design of the tournament lobby, making some key info really accessible to you. For example, you can check the remaining number of players in a tournament at relevant touchpoints. You can also access satellites of a tournament through a new tab directly. At a time, if you want to search for your friends and rail for them in a tournament, instead of scrolling through the list, you can now use the search bar. You can also access different formats of heads-up and multi-way sit-and-go tournaments easily. Without spending any more time, let's quickly jump on to the poker gameplay itself. We've introduced a range of new assets including emojis, throwables, and a brand new set of avatars. When the cards are shuffled and dealt, you'll notice our improved card decks with an improved font size of the suit and the rank. This serves a major purpose of improving visibility on all screen sizes across different devices. Moving on to the card animations, we've thrown immense attention to detail. We've done multiple rounds of speed testing to arrive at the perfect frame rate for animations of flop, turn, and river. During showdown, the time taken between the final action on the table and the reveal is perfectly placed to create the right amount of thrill. This builds the right amount of curiosity and anticipation, which starts to emulate a real-life poker game. You can also share a big winning moment with a rare hand ranking along with a delight pop-up on cash games on your preferred social media channels. I'm super excited to talk about a key innovation we came up with for breaking a big poker myth. Introducing the bad beat counter that we recently launched. Bad beats can be annoying when received, but what if you could learn about the ones you give? In a sport of poker, it is a mathematical fact that over a sizable sample set, the bad beats a player receives get balanced by the bad beats that the player gives to others. Pokerbaazi's bad beat counter captures this for you and gives you a detailed view of the number of bad beats that you give and receive. I spoke about this in depth with some of my friends and poker players in a podcast we did a few weeks back. Do check it out, it's live on our social channels. Poker has a learning curve associated with it, and who better than Sudeep to talk about poker shots?
When you're playing a competitive sport like poker, analysis of your performance becomes important to grow as a player. So far, we have provided you with the aggregate statistics of your performance and your opponent's performance in the form of pre-flop, post-flop, and showdown statistics. While this provides you with a good understanding of your game style, we figured out that a deeper understanding of the game was a need when we spoke to our players. The new and evolved Poker Shots is a comprehensive tool which can be used to evaluate your performance and identify your strengths and weaknesses, which will enable you to significantly improve your gameplay. Let us start with the overview section. Overview reflects how your stats have been trending over time. The progress chart helps you visualize your gameplay. This includes the number of sessions you have won, the percentage of hands you have won, and your win rate. Win rate is the best way to measure how good a player you are in the long run. This section also provides you with your rank in the Pokerbaazi ecosystem, which factors in the number of hands you've played, your win rate, and a bunch of other factors. Watch out for your rank, as this provides you with a sense of where you stand among other poker players. We've also provided you with a breakdown of your tournament and cash game stats separately. To help you gather a better understanding of your performance, we've designed Poker Shots in a way that it breaks down aspects of your game based on 5 fundamental factors. The first 2 being buy stakes and buy sessions. You can go about slicing and dicing your gameplay by different game types and stakes you play on to understand your game stats for each game type and stakes combination. You can further select a combination of sessions by checking on the tick boxes and see the aggregate stats for the selected sessions. A remarkably interesting use case that we discovered here in our user interactions was to see how their gameplay stats were in the sessions where they felt they were playing great poker versus other sessions where they felt they were not playing their A game. Then third, by opponents. This reflects how you performed against your top opponents. This is categorized into two sections: top winners versus you and top losers versus you. Fourth, by position breaks down your performance at various positions on the table. If you're playing aggressively or passively, from early, middle, or late position can be deciphered from this section. And fifth, by environment, is a representation of your performance in different setups. This section highlights how your game stats vary depending on the duration of the session and the number of opponents you play against. A cool thing to note is how your stats differ when you play in a focused manner on a desktop versus a relatively casual mobile session, or the other way around. Let's check out the buy stakes section. Each segment allows you to deep dive into 4 indicators: number of sessions, number of hands, percentage winning sessions, and win rate. You can continue to further analyze your performance based on your selected stake by clicking on the arrow against the stake tile and moving to the session-wise performance. On moving from the selected stake, you will see all the sessions you have played on that particular stake and see playing stats for all the sessions. You can scroll down and select any session from the session tiles, which are pre-filtered to the selected stake, which will direct you to the hand history of that session with your cumulative profit and loss graph as your session progressed. You can select the highs and the lows in the graph to see the whole cards at the top right of this section to get a sense of where your bankroll swings happened. You can then go further to understand how the hand played by clicking on the whole cards on the top right to check for the entire hand and replay it to see what you did right or what you did wrong. For all you poker buffs, we have enabled you to export your detailed hand history from the hand history section based on dynamic filters. With the ranges chart, you can view your actions and results on specific whole card combinations as compared to top players, and by top players, I mean the players with the highest win rates on Pokerbaazi. This enables you to acquire superior pre-flop decision-making skills. Whether you are a recreational player seeking an enjoyable experience or a professional aiming for dominance, Poker Shots is your key to unlocking a new level of poker excellence. Embrace the future of poker with confidence. This sums up Poker Shots, a tool designed for your shot at poker greatness.
We will continue creating bigger and better opportunities for poker players in India. Along with a great product and our marquee tournaments, our daily tournament offerings have shot up and are currently the biggest in the country. We will continue growing poker in India and build the love for this beautiful sport. So enjoy a great year of poker and see you at the tables.